What's going on, family? Welcome back to OR Trades, man. I am here to go over my watch list coming into October 3rd, 2023. We had an amazing day today. We hit a SPX banger for 77%. I hit Tesla for about 15%. I wasn't really liking the price action on Tesla originally. And I was able to at least secure a little bit of profits on that. But SPX was really the play off that 43.13 that we mentioned on the watch list last night. But tonight, I want to go over, what I'm looking at coming in tomorrow. I got the plan for y'all. If you're new, welcome. If you're just stopping by, please hit the like, subscribe, baby. But yeah, man, let us get into the video.
The world I we live in been kind of stranger. But you know I got you and I won't change it. Look.
All right, so not much has changed on NQ. We are still in this channel between 14,006 and 15,000. One of these areas is going to have to break soon. What I'd like to see is for us to pop above it, come back and retest, and then start to see, the actual move. I would be cautious about this 15,290 level. If we do break tomorrow, that's the 200 SMA. And also, it's kind of aligning up with this supply we got up here, so or where we actually slipped from. So just be careful up here. But I definitely, expect us to either reject this level and come back down to 14.8, or start to break through, come back and retest before we head up. ES still kind of in this range as well. Tomorrow, 43.37 is definitely going to be, it's not a key level, but it's a level of importance. And I'm going to go ahead and show you on a smaller time frame. If you notice here, this is the area where we gapped up. We came back to retest it. Came all the way up to this 43.54 level, which is another level you want to keep an eye on tomorrow. We came back to 43.3725, slipped. Came back to retest and slipped again. So we know there's supply up here. I would definitely keep an eye on this level tomorrow. If we're sub 4,300, wait for a complete breakdown before we come back up to retest it, and before we see more, downside. But I ultimately think we're going to come back up to this 43.37 or 43.40 range. See how we respond there. If we slip, if we break through it, wait for the retest before we start to target this 43.54 area. If we reject it, then we're coming right back down to 43.25, 43.30. So keep an eye on that. NVIDIA, something I mentioned on the watch list yesterday. Look at this break and retest of this zone. We got right through it. And I'll be real with you. This is actually, I took a loss on NVIDIA thinking we were going to reject this zone. And I cut early, thankfully. But we ended up ripping right through the zone. I should have been a little bit more patient. I took it kind of right out the gate. But I took a loss on it. Now, look at this. We break through it, come back to retest the zone, and we end up flying. So as long as NVIDIA can hold this 445 to 440, I really won't touch this thing until we slip 440. Come back to retest before more downside. But again, if we come back down to test this zone and we hold, I will look to go long. Keep an eye on that zone, 440 to 445. If you want to be exact, you could take this low at 442.50. That would be an ideal, level, if you will, to look to see how we respond before we either, bounce or start to slip. Next on the watch list is going to be Apple. 173.50 is definitely important. We were able to get above it yesterday, or today, I'm sorry. We got to hold that level. If we can hold 173.50, you can start to target this 175-ish and then back up to 177. So keep an eye on 173.50. Definitely a level of importance and a key level. Next up is going to be Tesla. Tesla had a red to green day today. Look at this. I actually took a trade on Tesla when we came up to 250. Sorry, when we came up to this 248 level, I got in here and I was able to catch a 15% move. Luckily, like I said, I wasn't really liking the price action because indexes were kind of popping around this time. And, I was able to secure some profits there, thankfully. But 255 is really the level that I'll be watching tomorrow. If you notice, every time we get up to this 254, 255 area, we've been rejecting so far. We know there's supply up here. Now, sorry, I have a little chest cold, so I apologize if I keep coughing. But 255 is definitely going to be important. Now, if we can manage to get above it and hold, then we're going to start to visit 262. So keep an eye on that tomorrow. The next one that's looking very interesting is Microsoft. We were able to get back above this 315 level. 325 area is going to be very important tomorrow. So keep an eye on 325. I'm expecting a rejection, and I'm going to be looking for a potential short up here. However, if I don't see weakness and we start to move through this with some volume, wait for the retest for more upside. Then you're starting to target this 330, 331 to 332 potentially. But just, keep an eye on 325. Put that down on your notes. It's going to be definitely a key level. Now, I want to go over a couple other tickers that I mentioned last week and this week. Netflix. I don't know if you guys seen Netflix, but I've been talking about this one for a while now. We're finally starting to see the move. 375 was able to hold. Like I said, this thing's ready to pop. As long as 375 to 374, as long as that zone holds, this thing is going to move higher. I'm going to see how we react tomorrow, how this thing opens up and how it's moving, and the indexes as well. But I may look to take a swing trade going into potentially for next week expiration and see how it does between now and Thursday, and hopefully secure some profits. If I'm still liking it, then I'll leave a runner going into next week. Roku is actually starting to pick up steam. We broke out of this downtrend. We were able to get up to this 72 area, and then we kind of, came down. But this thing still looks good. Keep an eye on Roku. BA was some I mentioned on Sunday. It's looking very, very weak. We got past the gap fill on the daily. So I just don't see this thing going any lower right now, man. I mean 180, it could be on its way down to 180 before we get the bounce, but I don't know. I think this thing is a sleeping giant. Technically there's really not much there for me anymore. And I'm okay missing it, but I don't know. I feel if we can get back above this zone, retest, then we're starting to come back up to this 210 level. But I would definitely have this thing on my radar, and until we get back above this technical level up here and see if we can, break through it, come back and retest before we get some more upside. But yeah, man, I hope you guys find this video helpful. Get some rest tonight. Let's get ready for a big day tomorrow. Like I said, if you're new, welcome. I appreciate it. I think the channel has grown quite a bit this week. We're up to 80 subscribers officially. So I appreciate you guys subscribing and showing love, man. If you guys could hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you're looking at coming in tomorrow or what you're looking at for the week. And if you're new or haven't been subscribed, please subscribe, man. You're going to be getting a lot more content from me. I appreciate y'all. God bless you guys. Peace.